Hi everyone, welcome back to Wesno's Tech News and Reviews. Today we've got an interesting review for you. We'll be taking a look at the Amazfit Band 5 as well as the Xiaomi Mi Band 6. So they look almost identical, but they are very different indeed. And today we'll be telling you exactly what's different between these two trackers. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. If you are new to Wesno's Tech News and Reviews, we talk about the latest tech news. We do brutally honest reviews and share hacks and tricks along the way. So these two trackers have come out about 6 months apart from each other. So if the Amazfit Band 5 actually came out at the end of last year, the Xiaomi Mi Band 6 came out at the start of 2021. Now they look almost identical. In fact, the two straps on these two smart bands are actually replaceable. So I can take off the strap from the Amazfit Band 5 and I can put it onto the Mi Band 6 and vice versa. How cool is that? Now, the only thing is that you'll have to get straps or the bands specifically made for these two trackers, simply because they are the pallet shaped and they are sort of, well, like that. Nice and simple. Now, that's all great. So that's how they look. So they're both very light. They're both under 15 grams each, and that's with the straps on. They're super, super light. You really forget you're wearing any of them. But the biggest and most significant difference in regards to the design and the display. So with the Amazfit Band 5, the display is actually sitting right bang in the center of the black face. You've got a 1.1 inch AMOLED display sitting in the middle of the black plastic. With the Mi Band 6, this is the contemporary look. You've got an AMOLED display which is stretching edge to edge, which with a very thin bezel on the brim. So basically you get a 1.64 inch AMOLED display, which is what? Over 1.5 times bigger than on the Amazfit Band 5. Now, in regards to brightness, so the Amazfit Band 5 goes up to 450 nits. The Mi Band 6 goes up to 500 nits. So again, it's not massively brighter, but it does feel just bigger, better, and it's so contemporary. If we talk about price, well, the Amazfit Band 5 will set you back at £30 or $30. The Mi Band 6 will set you back $50 or just over £40. Again, the difference is not massive, but what you're gonna get on the Mi Band 6 is a lovely AMOLED huge display, while the Amazfit Band 5 you get the old-fashioned, or what we used to expect from the fitness trackers back a year, 2 or 3 ago. We don't really, in 2021, we do want something fresh, and that is the Mi Band 6. Well, that's it about the design and the display. Let's get into the features and functions, because there are a lot of overlaps in these two trackers, but you also get a lot of gaps. So things that we're going to see on the Mi Band 6, the Amazfit Band 5 just simply does not have. Anyway, let's do it. Let's talk about it. I think it's important to first cover off the overlaps. So both of these trackers are 5 ATM water resistant. So you can go to the pool with either of these two trackers and they will be able to track your swimming. They will be able to auto detect your stroke, so be it freestyle or breaststroke. They will be able to count the number of laps that you've swum. You can actually set all the activities, and sport modes are a goal based on these two trackers. So what that means is that you can set a particular goal, be it distance to be covered, time to be spent during an activity, or calories to be burned for an activity. You can do it on these two trackers, and that is great. You also get all the normal stuff like your timers, your stopwatches, you get your weather widgets. They both monitor your heart rate continuously. They both monitor your sleep continuously. They both can monitor your sleep with 3 sleep stages. So you light, your deep, and REM sleep. They've got breathing exercises. Now there are other minuses as well. It's not just the positives. So you don't get your auto brightness on these two trackers, but because again, they are budget. What you have is just 5 brightness levels on each. There's no always on display, but that's okay as well. In regards to batteries, well, you charge it up once and the Amazfit Band 5 will last you 2 weeks, and the Xiaomi Mi Band 6 will also last you around 2 weeks on a single charge. Now, both of these trackers have the world clock. Both of these trackers also have shutter control, so you can control your camera on either an iPhone or an Android device from your band. You also have music controls, but if on the Amazfit Band 5 the screen is rather tiny and it's not easy controlling your music off your smart band, it's a bit easier from the Mi Band 6. But again, because they're both rather slimline, it's not the most convenient, and it's much more simple to actually pull out your smartphone and change the track on the actual smartphone. Now again, both of these trackers do not have inbuilt GPS. So if you do want to track your distance or your speed while you're running or you're cycling, you will still need to be using your connected GPS, so connected via Bluetooth with your smartphone. And of course, both of these trackers get tons and tons of customized faces, and they're all beautiful. But of course, they will look much more bright, much more awesome on the Mi Band 6, simply because the screen is much larger, much more useful. And when you do use modular faces, that is, you can actually choose what you want to see, like your batteries, calories, or your heart rate, or your steps, and so forth, because you've just got more space to actually functionalize on your screen. Now, both of these trackers also measure and monitor your SpO2, even though it's on demand, so spot readings. Now, we've actually tested these two bands and their SpO2 readings, and they're spot on with medical grade pulse oximeters. So there is very good accuracy in these two trackers. Also, in regard to the optical heart rate sensors on the back of these two trackers, they are very sharp. In fact, the Mi Band 6 has one of the most accurate heart rate sensors that we've seen on any fitness tracker across all the fitness trackers that we've actually tested on the Wesnose Tech News and Reviews. The Amazfit Band 5 is also quite accurate, but it's just not as good as the Xiaomi Mi Band 6. Okay, so here are the overlaps. What about the gaps? So is it just the larger screen? Is it just the slightly more bright display? Well, no. Let's talk about it. So if we talk about sport modes, the Amazfit Band 5 gets 11 sport modes. The list is not expandable, and you get 2 auto-detected activities. So you're walking and you're running. Now, with the Xiaomi Mi Band 6, you actually get 30 sport modes. Now, they're not expandable either, but 30 is way more than 11. And you get 5 auto-detected activities. So you're walking, you're running, you're cycling, you're rowing, and elliptical workouts. So these activities actually get auto-detected, and your calorie burn for those activities will be more accurately calculated on your smart band. Also, these two trackers get the PAI metric, so your personal activity index, and this is a single value metric that basically sums up all your weekly activities and the intensity at which you perform those activities, and provides you a single value that describes your cardiovascular health. And the rule of thumb is that as long as that number is above 100 points, you're 25% less prone to getting heart disease. Also, the Amazfit Band 5 gets Alexa, so it actually has a microphone on board, and as you speak into it, Alexa will be able to set up your shopping list, to set up your alarms, and generally just tell you about the weather. So both of these trackers are very cool, but if you are looking after a very sporty, a very beautiful and much more contemporary design, I would definitely choose the Mi Band 6. Anyway, thank you for watching this review and comparison of the Amazfit Band 5 and the Xiaomi Mi Band 6. If you found this review and comparison useful, please drop us a like. And if you want to see more of the same, you know what to do. Click the red subscribe button below the video. And we'll see you in the next one.